operate with a fresh set of downs. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Lardarius Webb in on the stop. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
Now it's Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. But still in search of the first down after that last completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And Newton's going to keep it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Cam Newton is one of the most athletic, most unique quarterbacks we've ever seen. And his athleticism doesn't just show up when he's flipping over guys. It shows up even on plays as simple as quarterback sneaks.
That's it. 20. Ready, go.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their big tight end. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carry here for Terrence West. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Flacco here on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Flushed out right. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now West. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A touchdown and 42 yards on 8 carries in Week 11 for Terrence West.
So much potential when he came out of college, and he's had a few different opportunities along the way in the NFL. But something about being back in Baltimore, I think, is really helping him. Remember, he went to Towson, was a heck of a football player there, and now he's become the lead back for the Baltimore Ravens. And I know they keep saying Kenneth Dixon's going to get carries. They got to keep handing the ball to Terrence West. He's the one who's giving them the yardage they need right now.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. Here's Flacco. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunity.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's brought down after a good game. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
There's Newton now on 2nd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The win over the Saints for Ted Ginn, it was an interesting one. He had a touchdown overturned, saying his knee was down at the 1, and then later had one overturned that said it was a touchdown when they originally said it was not. So whatever the case, he did get in.
It was a very strange night for him, a lot of flip-flopping on the calls, but ultimately he scored his 1st touchdown of the year, and that was unusual in and of itself because when he's a Carolina Panther, he tends to find the end zone pretty frequently. Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game. And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down, but things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. It's caught. It's Dennis Pitta. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Charles Johnson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Ready! Under! 3!
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 46 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They come up in an offset eye. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Well, partner, Steve Smith, 8 catches in Week 11, puts him over 1,000 now in his career. He became the 14th player in league history to reach that mark.
Well, 2 things struck me. 8 catches, 99 yards. Now, they couldn't find another yard to make it an even 100 for him on a special day like that.
Yeah, he got a touchdown.
And earlier this year, when he was approaching 1,000 catches, he had said, hey, when I get my 1,000th, I'm just going to hop in the car and drive home. It's going to be retirement. So they asked him about it after the game, and he said, nah, it's too far to drive from Dallas. I'd have to go get a rental car and all that. Who's got time for that?
Now it's Flacco, and hauled in by Pitta. It's a gain of 21 that time, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
They intercept, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Try to shut us down. We'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care?